Hey everyone, welcome back to Rake Take Stacking. In today's video, I want to talk about a pretty crazy case that I just came across here, and it involves $2.8 million worth of American silver eagles, and these were found in a house in Norway. And yeah, they were just monster boxes and monster boxes full of American silver eagles. So it involves a case with these. They just arrested some people, and these guys kind of sound like scumbags. They were saying that they were getting charity donations to different charities and things like that. But in reality, they were just spending money on things such as over 150 monster boxes worth of American silver eagles with victims' money. And as I said, these people were thinking that they were donating to some sort of charitable organization. But that turned out to not be the case. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to jump onto the computer. It's an article that goes over the entire case. I'm just going to touch on the silver coins because that's what this channel's about. But I thought it was a pretty interesting story. That's I believe it's in South Dakota where this case is going on. All right, so this is the article here. It's on kiloland.com. And the title is Pallets of Silver Coins Seized in International Fraud Case Tied to South Dakota. Now there is an embedded video here. I'm just going to play a little bit because they're going to show the volumes off. I'm just going to show the pallets that they have stacked here. It's quite a bit. Now that's huge. I think there's $2.8 million worth of American silver eagles in there. And you can see that that's hundreds of monster boxes there. It's huge, and this was the house in Norway. And as you can see, that's them all separated there and off and for evidence. And I think that's it for the pictures. There's a little top view there. You can see where it was stacked like that. So I'm just going to stop the video here and just go into a little bit of the article. It says an international scheme involving millions of dollars, fake humanitarian projects, silver coins, and suspects still on the run. Sounds like the plot of a Hollywood movie. But this was all part of a case that was tied to federal court in South Dakota right before Thanksgiving. So this is a pretty interesting case. I'm going to read this paragraph. I'm not going to read the entire thing, but this paragraph is pretty important to understand what's going on with everything that's happening here. So it says, a jury found Nathan Peachy of Pennsylvania and John Weiner, whatever it is, Winner of New Mexico, guilty of numerous counts of wire fraud and money laundering. The two claimed to be collecting money for religious charities and humanitarian projects. That's dirty. But instead stole nearly $13 million through banks and international wire transfers. These guys sound like scumbags. It says the case was tried here in Sioux Falls because they used South Dakota banks, and some of the victims were also here. So yes, that's where that South Dakota tie-in thing is here, even though that big pallet of silver coins was found in Norway. So yeah, apparently this is just a huge fraud ring that people are stealing money from people and saying that it's going to charitable organizations or things like that, and they're just keeping it for themselves. As you can see, they spent $2.8 million of the people's money that thought there was going to charity. 2.8 of that went to the Silver Eagles. And here's some of the pictures from that video there. And just going to go right down into here. It says the defendants purchased $2.8 million in silver coins, which were discovered on pallets inside this home in Norway. The jury voted that all of the coins at the home would be forfeited for restitution to victims in the scheme. So let's go ahead with the cheapest possible price that you can go with off of APMEX. And that is the 1500 plus, so that's 3 monster boxes, and that's the check and wire. So let's go ahead and assume that with the 2.8 million that they spent on them, they did it through the wire check, or maybe crypto. I'm going to go ahead and say crypto because that's probably harder to trace. So let's go with the 3130, that price right there. Now that I'm saying that check and wire, probably be easier to trace. If it was through Bitcoin, I'm guessing it would probably be a lot harder. So let's go with that price. So $2.8 million divided by 31.30 gives you 89,456 American silver eagles. And when you divide that by 500, that gives you 178 monster boxes, 178.91. So obviously, it's this is just a random price. This is just to kind of give you a ballpark of what they had here. Yeah, that's a rough estimate of around what was there. Was just under 90,000 American silver eagles, fitting in right around, let's say 175, 100, right around that 175, 180 monster boxes. Depending on what the prices are, the coins. I'm just going by today's prices here, so take that into account. I'm not exactly sure. There's going to be ballpark area, but it might not be the exact numbers. So yeah, like I said, this is a part of a case, part of a fraud case. Involves these, $2.8 million worth of American silver eagles, and I basically covered that part of the story here. There are other things that are involved, but that don't involve the silver. And as I said, if you're interested, the link's in the description if you would like to read the entire article. So yeah, there you go. There's the article there. As I said, I thought it was pretty interesting. I hope you guys enjoyed reading it, and let me know what you guys think. What you would be doing. As I said, I'm hoping no one that's watching this is running sort of some sort of charity scam where they're bilking millions out of people. But you know what I mean? Apparently these guys are stackers because they went right for the American silver eagles. And yeah, I think they were just looking for a way to get some of the money. The more that you have the money out there, the more that it's likely to be traced or come back to you. So they're just trying to get it maybe more out of the way and putting it into something that can be hidden. And it was hidden a little bit in that house. But then when everything kind of hit the fan with this case and they went and searched and seized some of the stuff in there, they went ahead and took these eagles. So they had the plan of trying to get some of the money that they stole and put it into some hard assets and kind of have it a step removed from the cash that they stole. They're putting it into something else. But, it just caught up to them there. But anyways, I've been rambling on for long enough here. I just thought that was a funny little article there. Well, not funny. People, $13 million was seized in this fraud case. So a lot of people, and it's going to be tough for any of them to get their money back. You know what I mean? It went on in the article saying that in a lot of these cases, there will be arrests and there will be people brought to justice. But for a lot of people that lost their money, it's going to be tough for them to get a huge percentage of it back. But anyways, again, this is the third time I've tried to stop this video or end this video, so I'm going to do it now. Thank you again for watching, and hope you come back for the next one. Thank you.